prayer tonight. 'Cause a black shadow crossed my path, and my baby ain't coming back. There's a cold wind blowing, even though it's 96 degrees, and I'm crying out for someone to help me, even though I can see that she's a bad, bad woman, spending every dollar that I make. Oh, she's a bad, bad.
Good morning, my beautiful crime family. And a beautiful morning it is, too. It was a nice day yesterday, and it's going to be another nice day today. I got some work done outside, and yeah, I've been trying to keep busy, but I'm not feeling good, so kind of goes with what has to get done. Can't let some things just go forever. Got to get it done. But you know how it goes, I'm sure. We're going to talk about a couple of things before I get into Kohbergers shorts. Did you guys watch Harsh the other day when he was talking about Robert Kennison? Anybody watch that episode? They talked about this guy that got arrested on the same day and blah, blah, blah. And then it just disappeared. And then some people were saying, oh, it's been debunked. That never happened. And, so I'm hearing them kind of stories going around also. But let's get in the other seat. Let's get in the passenger seat, and not the driver's seat. Let's get in the passenger seat and look at this. And I hate to say it because these thoughts come to my mind, and sometimes, almost 100% of the time, they're for the defense, but we have to look at the other side too a little bit. And that's what I'm going to do right here. I'm going to take a peek at this at a different angle. And let's just say that Kohberger's guilty of something. I'm not saying the person that actually did it, but let's just say he's guilty of something. And he gets arrested, and this Kennison guy gets arrested, and then the name just disappears. And when they are arresting Mr. Kohberger, he asks if a bird just hit my window, I think. Yeah, now my cat's going crazy. Great. Okay, yeah, must be morning time. Anyway, so they arrest Kohberger, and he says, "Did you arrest anybody else? Has anybody else been arrested?" What if he was talking about Kennison? Has anybody thought of that? I don't know if anybody's thought of that or not. I don't know. I haven't been watching that much YouTube, so I don't know if anybody's thought of that. But what if that's who he was talking about? And then you start thinking about it a little bit, and it could be their witness. It could be the accomplice or whatever, the witness that they've been talking about, it kind of could match because the hush would be the police come out and they say, you know, that no one else was arrested. They told Kohberger that, or so they say. But they could have just made that up to spread the narrative that there was no one else arrested because this guy's turning on them. I don't know. These things come to my head and I have to get them out of my head. So, yeah, what else here? Yeah, maybe that wasn't even said. They could have been just saying that. I don't know. I this Kennison thing's kind of got me. I wish I knew if it was true or not. And I don't know. I've kind of researched a little bit, but I haven't found anything on it. So maybe I'm just shooting in the dark and trying to look at both sides a little bit in a way. I don't know. It's getting hard again to find new stuff on this case. I'm glad without going to like because tomorrow night is of course Bubbly Waters is going to be on and True Killer Crime's going to be on and We Know What You Did is going to be on panel tomorrow night with me. So I really don't want to use their stuff because we're going to use it tomorrow night and talk about it. And so it's hard to find new stuff without using those three because they're hard, especially Bubbly, and Bubbly's putting stuff out all the time. Yeah, it's Rob Kinnison. Yeah, I think that's the name, Robert Kinnison. Yeah, hole the hell. Yep, down the rabbit hole the hell. I think that's his name. Why is that? Does he have a nickname, Raging Rob? I don't know. I got to say hi to everybody here, though. And good morning to Down the Rabbit Hole to Hell and Deborah Lynn, my beautiful girl. Good morning. And Jackie Bushable, good morning. And Zach, good morning. Yeah, a few chatters here early in the morning. Anyway, so that's what if you can find out anything, I'd really like to know because I could dive into this a little bit. It could fit some things, you know what I mean? It could fit some things. Why all of a sudden it disappeared? I mean, I think that's really strange because it was posted and then it disappeared. And then they ask him. I mean, I don't know. Certain things are clicking there anyway. So anyway, it's morning and it's Javabrowse, and we're gonna do some browsing here just to have some fun. But first, I want you to see this because I do like. I think her name is Sarah, and I've watched her a lot. She's got her own channel. I haven't seen her channel for a while, but let me bring this up, and it's just like a 5-minute video from News Nation. And let's check this out.
Killer of 4 Idaho college students, Brian Kohberger, expected back in court next month as the defense is now pushing to change the trial's location over concerns the jury pool may be biased. The judge in the case will allow the defense to conduct phone surveys of potential jurors in Idaho after the prosecution objected, arguing some information violated a gag order. The survey asked locals if they're aware about key facts of this case. We talk now with criminal trial attorney and News Nation legal analyst Sarah Azari. Sarah, I find this really fascinating. Thank you so much for being here. The defense essentially arguing that the potential jury pool in this area is biased. I'm curious, how much sway do you think a phone survey would have for the judge in this case?
Well, Kelly, I think the jury pool in America is biased when it comes to the Kohberger case, but we've seen this argued in almost every high-profile case you cover. It typically falls flat. Change of venue is not readily granted just because a potential jury pool has knowledge about the case. Now, I think what the survey does, especially in a smaller community like here in Moscow, Idaho, is that it enables the defendant like Kohberger to actually come before the court with actual hard evidence that the potential jury pool is tainted, that they can't be fair. So it's one thing to stand up and argue that, oh, the media coverage has been this and that, and we can't get a fair jury. It's another thing to actually come in with the results of a survey, especially if it's conducted properly with the right, with a diverse demographic, et cetera, in the area. So I think it is really effective in this smaller community setting. One thing I do want to say for the viewers is that there are two ways this can go. The judge can deny it. He's allowed the surveys to continue, but the judge can deny the change of venue ultimately based on the results, in which case Kohberger has to rely on the jury selection process and maybe more stringent questionnaires, or he can grant it, in which case he gets to move the venue to a different jurisdiction.
How likely do you think that outcome is, Sarah?
I mean, it's really hard to tell. The typical outcome is no, you just do a more extensive jury selection. But this judge has been very, very fair, in my opinion, in all of his rulings. He has not been afraid to break away from the norm. He's really tried to be fair to both sides. And so I can see a scenario in which Ann Taylor, the public defender, comes back with hard evidence of bias, and judge says, okay, well, I have something here to work with, and I'm going to sway from the norm, and I'm going to change, allow the defendant to get a fair trial at a different venue.
All right, really interesting. Another fascinating aspect of all of this, the defense revealing it will argue Kohberger was out for a drive when these murders happened. So some of the victims' loved ones saying they were surprised with how weak that is. How do you see that alibi landing more widely, Sarah?
So this is the reaction, Kelly, is so fascinating to me because this is not a new alibi. It's not the latest alibi. It's the only alibi. What happened earlier back in the fall of 2023 was Kohberger had to meet a statutory deadline by which he had to essentially notify the court and the prosecution that he has an alibi. And he did that. However, in there, he said he was driving, he typically drives late at night. He was driving alone, and that the proof of that alibi, which you always need, will come in the process of trial and discovery. So here we are with that proof. Essentially what he's saying is, this is not a typical alibi where I was asleep and at my friend's house, my friend's going to, testify about it. Or I was at a restaurant, there's going to be surveillance about it. No, this is a situation where now we're in the era of digital footprints. Cell phone data, cell tower data, that is what I'm relying on. And so we always knew that the cell data is going to get contested by Kohberger. What we didn't know is that he's going to have his own expert to be able to say that his phone was pinging to towers that were not covering the Kings Road area, that were in a different area. So again, there's more specificity. He's indicating that he's going to have an expert to prove his alibi, but it's really the same alibi. Now, one thing I want to say, moon gazing and stargazing, I think that's too much information. And that's the sort of topic of mockery for the anti-Kohbergers. I don't know that that would have been necessary. I think it was enough to say he has a pattern of driving around late at night.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find news.
Sorry about that. Definitely morning. Okay. Anyway, I don't know if they can go anywhere and have a fair trial, to tell you the truth. But Moscow would be the worst place. But the whole United States knows about this case, and uh, I just the whole thing is tainted, and it's been tainted since day one. And all the lies that were put out, and mostly by LE and the PCA is a bunch of lies. And then they told us what they tell us first. First it was at 9 in the morning, Kohberger went back there, and to look at the crime scene, everybody, all the guilters were saying and everything, and then it turns out that's not right. That was wrong. But it's already been done. It's already been said. And then 12 times he was stalking him. And then that gets taken back. I mean, how many lies are they allowed? How many lies are they allowed? And that PCA is nothing but lies. Yeah, I'm okay, bro. I forgot to hit I forgot to hit to add me back on to the screen, so I was talking to myself. Hey, stuff happens on live. Shit happens. I'm sorry. That's all I can say. Yeah, I think so too, Ghost. It would be better in a bigger county, no doubt about it. But with all the lies that have been spread in this case, right? All the lies that are spread in this case, I don't see how he's going to get a fair trial anywhere in the United States. You know what I mean? I mean, of course, Moscow really would be. I mean, I don't think they should have it there, but I think she's right. I think this judge has been. We've questioned him, but I think overall, actually, I think he's been fair. Because he's sided on both sides on issues, and he's kind of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Oddball? Is that the right word for him? He's kind of an oddball judge. You know what I mean? Yeah, I reported on that, Susan. Yep. Yeah, it's awful over there. It's awful, and they try to paint this town and this university as some haven, some beautiful haven wherever low crime and then low murder rate and everything, but they're not counting the ones they don't count as murders. There's cases that they just, I don't know. I think law enforcement needs to really be investigated over there. I think it's really dirty, and all, you know what? It only takes one, but I think there's probably maybe a couple or more, and are they allowed? How many lies is that law enforcement allowed? I mean, it just kind of gets under my skin, because it's been nothing but lies coming and being spread by law enforcement. And how many lies are they allowed before before it stops. Hey, Kara, good to see you, girl. Good, happy lunch. Good morning and happy lunch. Yep. Right, Susan. Yep, I agree. Okay, so anyway, that's my rant for the day there. Sorry about that little delay there. Yeah, I forgot to add myself back onto the screen there. Probably because I got this set up a little bit different here. Exactly, Jackie. Yep. Hey, Paco, good morning. Yeah, I agree with that too, Deborah. Yeah, yeah. I agree with that 1000% down the rabbit hole. Hell, I agree with that. Yep. And that's what's going on over there. It really is. Anyway, so I don't like to get too heavy in the early morning anymore. It gets my blood pressure up and stuff, and it probably does to everybody. So I try to keep the mornings a little bit lighter, and that's why I started the Javabrowse. And I want to welcome y'all to the Javabrowse. And I want to thank Mr. Oh yeah, let's drop that for right now. What I want to get to is the shorts, because that's so light. I don't want to get heavy right now. So let's get to the shorts. I like the shorts. I should just call it Kohbergers shorts. That's what I should call it. I should just keep calling. Good morning, Patrina. Okay, let's have some fun. Let's just have some fun. I need to find them though. Okay, so I'm gonna get it prepared here. We'll start out with this one. That's what we'll do. Okay, so here we go. Let's have some fun.
Part 32. On their album Hooray for Boobies, the Bloodhound Gang included a track called The 10 Coolest Things About New Jersey. The song is just 10 seconds of silence. In 2003, Madonna leaked a fake version of her album American Life to pirates, where every song was a loop of her saying, "What the do you think you're doing?" Then a hacker posted the real songs on her own site for everyone to download. Pink Floyd played a concert with no audience at the amphitheater in Pompeii, Italy in 19...
This concert right here is, you can look it up on YouTube. They have songs from this concert on YouTube, and it's from 1971. Pink Floyd, 1971. Check it out sometime. It's really cool.
1971. It became the first performance to have taken place there since the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in ancient Rome in 79 AD. Kraftwerk once thanked Coldplay for asking if they could use one of their riffs by saying, "Yes, you can use it, and thank you very much for asking for permission, unlike that bad Jay-Z." In 1997, David Bowie sold asset-backed securities, dubbed Bowie bonds, which awarded investors a share in his future royalties for 10 years. Crazy music facts everyone should know. Part 32. On their album Hooray for Boobies, the Bloodhound Gang included a track.
This homeless man asks two beautiful girls to shake his hand. One of them refuses and the second shakes it. The man offers to make a heart, and the first girl refuses again. But the second has no problem and they make a heart together. Then he comes back to her and asks for $1 so he can eat. The woman reaches into her purse, and when she finds the money, her friend pushes her hand away. But the woman gives him the coin and a beautiful smile. But that's not all. After taking the coin, the man has an idea. He catches up with the woman and gives back the coin. The women don't understand, and suddenly he gives her a new iPhone. The girls are totally shocked, but that's just the beginning. While the women scream with joy, he takes $10,000 out of his pocket and gives it all to the girl. Magnificent! This homeless man asks two beautiful girls to shake his hand. One of them refuses and the second shakes it. The man offers to make a heart, and the first girl refuses again, but the second has no problem and they make a heart together. Then he comes back to her and asks for $1 so he can eat. The woman reaches in.
Crazy music facts everyone should know. Part 9. Before becoming famous, Jimi Hendrix played backup guitar for artists such as Little Richard, Ike and Tina Turner, and the Isley Brothers. The iconic piano riff in Derek and the Dominoes song Layla was not played by Eric Clapton, but by Duane Allman, who was originally brought in as a session guitarist. Before becoming the frontman of Nirvana and the grunge movement in the 90s, Kurt Cobain's first band was called Fecal Matter. Janis Joplin's free-spirited nature extended even to her final wishes. In her will, she left $2,500 to her friends with a specific instruction to throw a party in her honor upon her passing. Led Zeppelin's song Stairway to Heaven is often considered one of the greatest rock songs of all time, yet the band was sued for copyright infringement over its guitar.
And I know music pretty well, and they're not the same.
Guitar riff. The case was settled out of court. When Bob Marley died, he was buried with his red Gibson guitar, a Bible open to Psalm 23, and a bud of marijuana. Crazy music facts everyone should know. Part 9.
A flat-chested young lady went to Dr. Smith about enlarging her tiny breasts. Dr. Smith advised her, every day after your shower, rub your chest and say, Scooby-Dooby-Doobies, I want bigger boobies. She did this faithfully for several months, and it worked. She grew terrific D-cup boobs. One morning she was running late, got on the bus, and in a panic realized she had forgotten her morning ritual. Frightened she might lose her lovely boobs if she didn't recite the little rhyme, she stood right there in the middle aisle of the bus, closed her eyes, and said, Scooby-Dooby-Doobies, I want bigger boobies. A guy sitting nearby looked at her. By any chance, are you a patient of Dr. Smith's? Why, yes, I am. How did you know? He leaned closer, winked, and whispered, Hickory dickory dock. A flat-chested young lady went to Dr. Smith about enlarging her tiny breasts.
Best guitar solo wins $50. You know how to play guitar? Yeah. I'm going to play an original song, and then you just have to solo one. What would you rate your guitar skills out of 10? 11.
Still wish she'd stay, guess all you're waiting for. Standing in line for Mrs. Hollywood.
I'm quite impressed. You don't sound very impressed. Yeah. All right, next. Excuse me, guys. Do you know how to play guitar, either of you? Yeah. Okay, well, I know you're going to be good. So how would you say your skill is on a scale of 1 to 10?
Maybe like a 3. Standing in line for Mrs. Hollywood.
I quit.
Hey, babe, look at this. Look at this. See this?
Did you make this?
Kind of. But where is there another light bulb?
There's one in that.
Yeah, that one will work. Okay.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
I don't even understand what you're
Okay.
trying to do.
So
is
screw
this gonna shock me?
No, like that or anything like that.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, go into the bathroom. Now I should be able to pull this cord and it will light that light bulb. And if you pull that one, it'll light that one.
Okay.
That's the bit. Okay. Does it seem like this possible?
No.
Why not?
There's no electricity.
Did it go?
It didn't come on.
It didn't.
Nothing happened.
Look.
What?
Flip it over. Flip it over.
What is this?
Hey, babe, look at this. Look at this. See this?
Did you make this?
Kind of. But where is there another light bulb?
Okay, he's got to have like a battery in here. Or no, yeah, but then there's a battery somewhere in this contraption. It got to be.
There's one in that.
Yeah, that one will work. Okay.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
I don't even understand what you're
Okay.
trying to do.
So
Is this
screw
gonna
the-
shock me?
No.
This is me here. This is me like when I was younger. Trust me, this is me. I used to fall asleep with my guitar, and sometimes with my guitar right on my chest. And I mean, my girlfriend would be in bed with me, and my guitar was too. You know what I'm saying? And the guitar was in between us a lot of times. So I know how that is. Okay.
There's a deer going potty right in front of me. There's a deer going potty right in front of me.
Yep. 1000% agree. Every time. Every time. Doesn't fail. Does not fail.
I have a 5-gallon bucket of zinc pennies.
Okay.
Let's take it to the coin store and see how much.
Okay. You see that? You see that bucket there? It's filled with pennies. Here's what we're gonna do. I want you all to try to guess how much is in there, and let's see who can come to the closest. Guess how much money is in that bucket right there. How much money do you think is in there? It's all pennies. It's a 5-gallon bucket. It's 150 pounds of pennies. You want to take some guesses before I let it play? Anybody? Good morning, 2 kilogram. Okay, we got one. Let's see what we got here. We got $1,000. We have $1,000. We have $56. Hi, sipping on. Good morning. And $600. $500, $657, $3,000, $10.58. Kristen, good morning. 2 kilogram, $100. Row, $85. Okay, true, 70. She's taking a couple guesses there. Okay. All right, I'm going to let it play out.
Much money is in there. I can't carry this bucket upstairs, so I had to put the pennies in smaller tubs. I weighed each tub to get a total, and then I added some more pennies to get the final total weight to be exactly 150 pounds. And here are the tubs in my car. Once I arrived at the store, I put the pennies back in the bucket, and I headed inside to use the machine. To avoid any fees, I always select a gift card. Let's start feeding the machine. These are all zinc pennies, and I've already hunted them for errors and varieties, and I keep all the copper pennies made before 1983. You will see a few pennies were counted as nickels and a quarter, which I did not have in this bucket. It took me 1 hour and 15 minutes to put all of the pennies in the machine.
Wow.
And here we are, we're out of pennies. And there is our total. So 150 pounds of zinc pennies equals about $273.
273.02. Who would be the why be so nosy at 3? Well, I don't know when you put that in there though, YB. I had the other page up. 2 kilogram 0, right? Okay, so I'm trying to figure out who would have been the closest. I think, let's see, so far, I think Kara would have been. I do believe Kara was the closest at 500. Let me look one. Oh, no, yeah, YB at 300, actually. Yeah, I don't, right. I don't know when YB put that in there. I wish I would have seen, but I didn't see. But if they put that in there, before it showed, they would have won that. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a lot more than when I first seen that. I thought it was going to be a lot more than 273 myself. Okay. This is kind of crazy. This is pretty cool.
Done. This is going to protect our painting while we do a little bit of cleanup around. Take this guy off right here, and we've got this hand so it can hold on to the sword. Check this out.
Oh, it's perfect.
Live pure, speak truth, right, wrong, follow the king. So now we've got the sword. We can peel this thing away.
Isn't that awesome?
It looks awesome.
Wow. I want to see if anybody recognizes this song. Anybody know that song? Anybody know that song? There might not be enough people in here to know that. No. Let me see if anybody. No. Back and black. Okay, there might not be enough people in here to know it. It's Robin Trower's Bridge of Sighs. I remember it really well. Okay. Oh, here's more on that Led Zeppelin.
Does this song sound like this song?
Nope, it doesn't.
The first song is titled Spirit by the band Taurus. And of course, we all know the opening riff to the iconic song Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. In 2014, the estate of the late...
The thing is, I know exactly how that first one is played. Just by listening to it, I could do it right now, right on the guitar, because I know what they're doing, and I already know how to play Stairway to Heaven, and it's not the same.
Spirit guitarist Randy California and Spirit bassist Mark Andrus sued Jimmy Page and Robert Plant of Led Zeppelin, claiming they plagiarized the opening riff to their song Spirit and used it in their song Stairway. If Page and Plant were to lose the suit, they would have been on the hook to pay over $500 million, as well as share a portion of any future earnings made from Stairway to Heaven. One of the arguments made by the members of Taurus was that Taurus and Led Zeppelin both played the same shows, and therefore Zeppelin would have heard Taurus's song. The case finally made it to court in 2016, but the jury decided that the two songs were different enough that Zeppelin couldn't be accused of copying the Spirit song. Does this song?
Yeah, it's not the same at all. And
crazy music facts everyone should know. Part 35. On August 13, 1966, in response to John Lennon's more popular than Jesus comment, a radio station in Texas held a burning of Beatles merchandise. The next day, the broadcast tower was struck by lightning, damaging much of their equipment and sending the news director to the hospital. Simon and Garfunkel's first album was so unsuccessful that the duo split. Their producer took one of the songs from the album, remixed it without their knowledge or permission, and The Sounds of Silence became a hit. In music, an eighth note is called a quaver. A 16th note is called a semiquaver. A 32nd note is called a demi-semiquaver. A 64th note is called a hemi-demi-semiquaver. A 128th note is called a semi-hemi-demi-semiquaver. And a 256th note is called a demi-semi-hemi-demi-semiquaver. Dave Grohl was the only band member of Foo Fighters when recording the first album. He wrote and recorded all vocal, guitar, bass, and drum tracks himself. Crazy music facts everyone should know.
All right. Oh, the morning. I'm really sorry about that kind of a long delay there. Yeah. I didn't add myself back in there. Yeah, I love watching shorts in the morning. I really do. And I'm going to try to do it, as much as I can, because it starts the day out right. And I like to start the day out not so heavy. It's really hard on the mind, and it's hard on the health to constantly be so involved in a case that that's all you think about. You know what I mean? And it's kind of at a standstill right now, and everybody's kind of, if you look around, everybody's like scraping and scrapping for any little tidbit they can do, make a show on. And I don't like it when it gets to that point, but I'm really glad and happy to have tomorrow night Bubbly Waters and True Kilocrime and We Know What You Did is going to be right here again to discuss the case and take a look at some of their new videos. And I'll tell you what, man, there's some really amazing stuff going on out there with those three. And we're going to take a look at that stuff tomorrow. And if you want to know what's on the schedule, I think I got one to make. Do I still got one to make up? I think I still got one to make up. But everything is out there on my channel. You can look. Everything is pre-posted, as I guess you can call it. Yeah, me too, Deb. Yeah, I'm really excited about. I'm really excited about tomorrow night, and we got some really good shows coming up. And then I think it's May. It's either May 3rd. Yeah, May 3rd. I think it is. 11/11 True Crime's going to be on, and that one I really look forward to too. She is just totally awesome, and she's got that what do you call that theory that I want to go over, because I think I'm going to be changing some of my theory because of what she has come up with. And I do want to go over that with her, not just with her, but with my crime family, to let you know that I think I'm kind of, and it's between True 11 and We Know What You Did. Well, and Bubbly and True, it's all of them actually. And you have to watch the show. You have to watch the show. That's all I can say. Oh yeah. Oh, the Manson series, that is gonna be an awesome. I'm telling you, that series is gonna blow you away. And I mean seriously, you're gonna hear stories that you have never heard ever, even in mainstream media, or any tabloids, or any books, or anything. You're gonna hear stories. You need to watch the Manson series. I'm telling you, it's gonna blow you away. The Manson series is here. Oh, I don't got my phone on me here. I think that starts here. I can look it up quick. Let me just switch accounts here quick. And I'm almost there. Okay, so I'm going to look over to, I want to look here, right there. Okay, so that starts on, oh yeah, I know when it starts. It's April 30th. April 30th, whatever day that falls on. I think it's either a Tuesday, I think it's a Wednesday, and then the next night, I think it's two, let's see. Yeah, it's April 30th and May 1st. Both those nights. And that's going to be crazy, crazy good. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. And I was only 9 years old, when that happened, but I remember it like really well. And I remember my dad, sitting there at the kitchen. We had a bar in the kitchen, and he was sitting at the bar eating he loved his bran flakes and reading the paper. And I remember him telling my mom, and they were like, wow, and of course, 9 years old, I'm pretty curious about everything. And I remember that. I mean, it was kind of a big thing. And then, it was always in the news, and yeah, it was, and then they showed his pictures, and I was like, oh yeah, really creepy eyes, very creepy. Okay, all right, thank you, Susan. Yeah, my calendar isn't here. Oh, I could have looked it up on the calendar on the computer. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, so Tuesday, April 30th, the Manson series starts, and it follows the next night. So it'll be Tuesday and Wednesday. If we can't get it all in those 2 nights, we will carry it on another night. Okay, I think that's it. I'm rusty. I shouldn't take 2-3 days off. A person can get rusty. I'm telling you. You gotta keep making these shows. So anyway, everybody have a great day today. I love you all, and I'm going to try to do a show tonight. I don't know if I'm going to make it or not, or be able to do it or not. But tomorrow night, that's going to be a big one. So if I don't do one tonight, I will see you tomorrow night. And I love you all very much, and you all have a very great day. Oh, and I got to tell you this, and there's no mods in here, is there? There's no mods. That's like the second or third time in a row there's been no mods in the morning. Okay, so this song here, someone from our family is playing in this band. And this song I've done many times in a few different bands. The female singer has got an awesome voice, but one of the bandmates is one of my mods and investigators. So check it out, and let me know who you think it is. Start guessing who it could be. All right. Okay, here it goes. And everybody, I love you, and until next time, rock and roll.
I want you to know that I'm happy for you. I wish nothing but the best for you both. And on the version of me, is she perverted like me? When she go down on you in a theater, does she speak eloquently? And when she have your baby, I'm sure she'd really make an excellent mother. With the love that you gave every day, wasn't able to make it enough for you to be open wide. No. And every time you speak her name, does she know how you told me, hold me until you die, till you die, but you're still alive. And I'm there to remind you all the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me all the cross I bear that you ought to know. You seem very well. Things look peaceful. I'm not quite as well. I thought you should know. Did you forget about me, Mr. Duplicity? I hate to love you in the middle of dinner. But was a slight pair of face, how quickly I was replaced. And now you're thinking of me when you're in the mirror. Cause the love that you gave every day wasn't able to make it enough for you to be open wide. No. And every time you speak her name, does she know how you told me to hold me until you died, but you're still alive. And I'm here to remind you all the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me all the cross I bear that you're giving me. You ought to know.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the bands, man. Thank you for letting me play.
I wanna hold the hand inside you. I wanna take the breath that's true. I look to you and I see nothing. I look to you to see the truth. You live your life come apart and you'll go black. Some kind of night into your darkness. Colors your eyes with what's not there. Fade into you. Strange you never knew. Fade into you. I think it's strange you never knew. A stranger's light comes on slowly. A stranger's heart without a home. You put your hands into your head. And their smiles cover your heart. Fade into you. Strange you never knew. Fade into you. I think it's strange